Hello and welcome from me and Gilla here. We're doing another podcast. We're going to talk about the last 2 or 3 weeks, excitement that's been going on. You know, making the split cup finals, plate finals, that kind of thing. What do you reckon, Gilla?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Any news before we start?
No news apart from the weather is just atrocious.
It is. I mean,
it's supposed to be a training night tonight, and it's blowing a gale. It would remind you of a October evening,
yeah,
wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. And that's why the shutters are up. Because 1 minute it's sunny, and next minute it's pouring with rains. I think that's probably going to be like that till the end of the season. I reckon.
It looks a bit unsettled now all week.
So yeah, we've got a fair bit to get through. First of all, congratulations to the Bluebells. It's their 10th year anniversary.
It's incredible.
Seems like yesterday.
10 years. Elaine Henderson and Sandra, I think, were obviously the driving force in that and getting it set up, and it's went from strength to strength, and
Just still
two teams now and under 15s as well.
Yeah,
so
brilliant.
it's great.
Yeah, people like Helen and Susie and Lynn. I think Lynn was in the first. Yeah, Linus, was she in the first setup?
Not sure. I know. Yeah, definitely Helen, Nikki, Susie.
Yeah, Nikki. Yeah, forget about it.
Like so we Jess King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fair few when you think about
it's
it.
crazy.
So
It's crazy.
10 years. I guess we were probably one of the first teams to have a ladies' team, was it?
There wasn't that many back then. It's obviously different cut of fish now. Every club wants to have one, but back then I think it was maybe 4 or 5 of them. So it was. So.
I know they're going kind of through a rebuilding process at the moment. They've got a lot of sort of under 15s ready to come through. Some pretty decent ones like Ada and
Emily Ray. There's a pretty few good kids there now. So yeah, obviously the likes of Helen and Nicky are still playing as well.
Yeah.
It's let me 10 years. I can't believe that.
I know. But they had a nice party down here, didn't they? And then sort of did they play a game first?
Yeah, they did Warringstown in the league, and then they came in, had a bit of a get together, and they had a cake and stuff.
And Sandra came to that. Sandra was there.
Yeah. So it was good. Now it was
very
really
good. So we'll look forward to seeing what they do next year and the years ahead.
Absolutely.
So I think what we'll do is we'll start with your league. How's the league going from since the split? Really?
Obviously we made the split. It's been a bit obviously with Woodville away and Warringstown away, so two of the top teams in the league at the minute. So yeah, it was tough. Just before the split, I think this win here against Civil Service, which was supposed to be played on a Saturday, then it was moved to the Monday, and there was rain about on the Monday, so it ended up 8 overs. We're lucky to get a game in, and fair play to the umpires, and both captains were happy to get a result, and no result does anybody any good. So 8 over Bass, bit of a lottery.
It's anyone's game at that.
It is. So yeah, we ended up restricting them to 61, which I was very happy with. But obviously they've a good few decent bowlers there. So
any videos there? Jones just Giller sort of like prompting his first ball of the game, I think.
The list. It's just nipped away and hit the top. But no, honestly, I was in the changing room, and obviously having the shoulder issues and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was cold, and I was just...
It was achy of it.
I wasn't too excited to be going out to bowl, let's just say, but one of them nights where it just... It came off, and the ball was coming out well, actually. Ended up with 3 wickets there, and...
Yeah.
You were... I think... What was it? I think you had 2 bowlers allowed 2 overs, and then there was...
Yeah, it's weird.
Sorry, 3 2s and 2 1s, So I was able to get a couple early on, which helped, but... Yeah, half time, you're sort of happy enough, but you need a good start. And I threw Van der Merwe and Ben, the 2 power hitters of the team, threw them up, and Van der Merwe was absolutely incredible. 45 off 16 balls. I think he took the pro for 22, was it, in an over?
Yeah.
Was
5 6s in that? You've got the highlights.
22, it was 22, yeah. If you have that over, maybe it's a couple of Jason's big ones, and then he took James West for a few. West, he ended up getting them out caught behind.
Yeah, this is one he hit into the tennis court with one hand, I think. It was
The other 6 was even bigger.
Yeah.
This here one was massive. I think it cuts out in the stream because I've watched it in the highlights. I'm not sure you'll get it all, but I got a message from Big Johnny Terrett saying, Giller, how big was that 6? It looked like he absolutely nailed it. He did. He absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, that went over the tennis court.
It was big now. So that over won us a game, really.
Yeah.
I was playing sailing. Obviously, we lost a couple of.
He did well with bowling 2 overs. I think he went for just under 3 and over.
He went for what was Vandermeer 5 off 2.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of game. You know, you're looking at someone wanting to look to get 20 runs off of that, aren't you? Really. So
yeah.
You know, he's not only did he score your runs, he was saving your runs in that match with his bowling, wasn't he? It was fantastic, like that, you know.
Yeah, so that was really pleasing. Obviously, listen, they can go either way. Them games, the civil service are a good side, and they've a lot of power hitters and they've good quick bowlers there and stuff. So that was a really good one. I think that confirmed us then in the top 6 for the split.
Okay,
which takes the pressure totally off us, with regards, worrying about relegation or anything, and it cements us in the Premier League, which was our primary focus, stay in the league,
Jesus Christ.
So
so you move on to Woodvale.
So obviously with the Senior Cup before that, we'll talk about it at the end. So the next league game was Woodvale last Saturday.
You've already beaten Woodvale twice, haven't you, this year?
Yes, it's 2-1 now, obviously. So
so they've come on and they've got a win.
Yes, to be honest, that was the first match after the Senior Cup, I'll just say, and there was a bit of sense around in the field and stuff. We bowled first that the boys were a wee bit flat and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know whether it was just after. Like, I wasn't well. I wasn't going to play. I was sick as a dog, to be honest. But I played anyway, and it was just I was quiet in the field. The umpires actually said to me, "Giller, I've never seen you as quiet." And I said, "Boys, I'm
when I turned up, it was very quiet. You could tell the whole team was very quiet.
And I know I need to lead it as captain, but I just didn't have the energy. I'd been very sick, hadn't ate and stuff, so. It was disappointing. They get 245 on a slow wicket, but again, I have to give credit to Ruhan Pretorius.
He deserved 100, didn't he?
That just shows you how good the guy is. He's a South African. He's just a hard decks, but he came over and he ground out. His first 20 odd runs was maybe off 50, 60 balls, and then he just hit the accelerator. And we had them 116 for 6. We maybe took the foot off the gas, but him and Carl Robinson, credit to him as well. No, he wasn't well. He came in and struck the ball really well and hit straight, which you have to do at Woodvale. The pitch was soft and slow. So 245, I knew it was going to be tough. And then if you just go to Orleans, Jonesy, again, Kylan got a start, 15, looked good. It was poor.
2 boys in the middle did the...
2 boys were outstanding, 61 and 60. Ben's been outstanding this last 5-6 weeks. Very consistent, scoring a run a ball every week. Running very well between the wickets, keeping the rotation going and putting the bad ball away. And arguably, if someone was able to stay with Ben at the end, Jay's obviously going to be disappointed at his dismissal and stuff. The 2 boys were getting 8 to 10 and over quite comfortably. Paul Robinson bowled very well, as he does at Woodville. He's a canny operator, he got 3 for 26 off 10. And
that's some kind, isn't it?
Yeah, he bowled really well. Disappointing, Dave. Disappointing, but as I say, there probably was a bit of that disappointment just after just a bit of flatness about the team,
And they were due one, weren't they?
Listen, I think we went 9 games unbeaten. So
I'm saying Woodvale were due, they're
and
good
they were
side, aren't they?
they're a good side. They're up around the top for a reason, So especially up there, they're hard to beat at their own ground. So
Okay. I see Addy chipped in with a few wickets as well, didn't he?
Addy got his usual 2 wickets. 2 or 3 wickets every week. He comes on at the death and gets a few at the death. He's canny. He's bowled well this season.
So then we go on to the next league game, which was Warringstown, which was last Saturday.
Saturday just passed. So
arguably, what I think is probably the best team in the league, to be honest with you.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. They were missing Tom Mays out of their strongest 11, I think, and maybe I think that was it. So Craig Thompson didn't even get in. Their pro didn't get in the bat. So listen, we dropped Morgan dropped him after one of the rain breaks, the only rain break, and then dropped him again when he was in about 70. So that might have been the difference. But then you've Craig to come in, so ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I tell you what, it was an absolute road. It was the best deck we've had all season. There was no spin, there was no movement for the seamer. It was a proper hard deck. So yeah, even at half time, we weren't too. Obviously, we weren't over the moon with 336, but we knew we were capable of chasing it. And we started well again. Kylan Satish played a poor shot when he didn't need to. It was a bit of a rush of blood, which we know Satish has at times. But Kylan batted really well, 47 off 41 balls, looked great. It was, again, I'd love to see him kick on and get a biggie.
Yeah.
And then obviously Ben came in again, a run of ball, 65. Van der Merwe, 34 off 26. And Gleggy is 49 off 64. That middle order, you know, if you look at it, again, when Ben and Jason were at the crease, when Ben and Gleggy were at the crease,
still game on.
Still game on. And I have to give credit to James Mitchell. He turned up and got three of the big boys out there, and he bowled superb. He just bowled that nagging length. Like he was nipping it about, and you know, on a hard deck, he was the difference really. And I thought he was superb. Obviously, big Humie bowled well. The pro's very quick. He's quick. But our boys done well. He got a couple of boys out at the end there, but our boys done well against him. And listen, if spots and maybes, but we didn't disgrace ourselves down there. You know,
I think against fist of it, didn't you?
Against
the
best team in the league. You know, again, you put a pro into that side of ours there in that game. You know, a good run of a bad. You know, might have just won it. You know, but if spots and maybes, you know, Dave, it's it's going to be hard to take the smile off my face. He's after the Senior Cup win, to be honest, and securing a place in the Premier League.
I want to keep that a secret.
I know.
I think everybody knows already.
I know, exactly.
So we'll move on.
Well,
Before we get there.
I'll shout out Kurt, 2 big sixes at the end in that game.
Oh, no.
He would want to be mentioned.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Oh, flip.
Can we see them, Jonesy? Oh, no, they don't.
No, their camera wasn't working.
No, yeah. So, there were good big straight sixes. And again, 15 not out. His average will be through the roof, and we will hear about it at every opportunity he gets. So, fair play, Kurt. Well done.
Yeah, very good. So we'll go on to before we get to on Sunday, Muckamore Seconds played Lisburn Seconds in the Ulster Plate final, which was a real sort of up and down game, wasn't it? 1 minute it was going to be.
It was a good game of cricket.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
We got a good day, and there was a big crowd at Muckamore. A big support for the Seconds, and Lisburn brought a good few up. And I enjoyed the match. It was obviously,
I did too.
I was gutted just at the outcome. I knew I was sitting with a couple of Lisburn boys having a few pints, and I knew I said at half time, like, we left 5 overs in the tank.
Yeah, always
we
lost.
Overs. If you look at overs, Keaty and Gleggy were flying. I think they put on 70 or 80. I'm not sure what it was, but if they had been able to stay there, and then the boys coming in, the likes of Henderson's dismissal, Shane's, that was really, really soft. Sam McGee played a really poor shot.
Big Cliffy left stranded.
Yeah, Cliffy and 1 not out off 2 balls, but for me it was just
30 runs too short, when they at least.
I honestly, if they'd have batted their allotted overs and got 180, 190, I think they'd have won the game.
Yeah.
So
because it looked like Lisbon were strolling it, and it looked like they were losing it. And
I think they were 40 for 4, was it, or 50 for 4? And at that stage, you know, the game was very much in the balance. Gleggy's drop catch, he dropped Glenn Halliday quite early on, and I sort of called it then myself. I thought that was going to cost us.
He batted well,
and he batted well. He did. He batted well. He's a canny operator, Glenn. He rotates strike well, and he put the bad ball away. You know, Big Ewan bowled well up top, bowled at Jaffa to get Adam Berry out. First ball just nipped back in, hit Toby off. This is an absolute cracker.
This is the first ball of the game, right?
Yeah. Really, really got it. That's their second plate final defeat in 2 years. You know, and again last year at Donamano was up at it, and they were cruising it. Keaty and Sam McGee, and they both got out, and that was it. You know, just really disappointing. Now, you know, the focus turns to Junior 1 and getting a few more wins just to make sure they're Junior 1
To the
next
safe,
year.
yeah. A big hold on a second. Yeah, Ethan Wilson turned up at the end to make it a bit interesting, didn't he? Given his bowling.
Yeah, Ethan, 3 wickets, you know,
Yeah.
and again, I was watching it pull my hair out at times because he had no, like Glenn Halliday sweeps a bit, you know, he likes to sweep and with no deep square out, and there was about 3 boundaries before Keatsy then put himself out and he ended up getting the catch.
That was a good catch, that.
Yeah, you know, just wee things like that. I think it just being a wee bit smarter. You know, I don't know, you know, how many times they need to see a sweep for a boundary before they put them out. I actually shouted out to Ethan, you know, so maybe a bit of inexperience there. If I'm being critical, you know, just calling it how it is. Big Chimney Bowl, 1 for 29.
Yeah.
Shane was superb. His couple of dismissals were good deliveries. So, and Sam again up top. Sam probably deserved a wicket or two. He bowled quite well.
You got the photos there, Jonesy? Yeah.
There's the away swinger. Look at that seam. Look at that follow through. And there's the inducker.
So I think there's a few more. There's Ethan.
There's Ethan's big frisbee. Look at the seam.
Yeah.
There's the catch. Yep, there's a catch. That delighted Jamie McGann and an ever so laid back Phil Skillen, who just can't bring himself to celebrate anything more success related. So yeah, cheers, Phil.
Yeah. I thought lots of high fives going on there. I'm not really sure if it was what was going on there.
Well, that was the wicket.
Yeah,
that was the wicket. So
Keatsy's catch. There he is, there, the big lad.
Yeah.
And then I think that was another wicket that Ethan got at the end.
I got stumped. Davy Simpson stumped. Yeah.
Big Ormiston looking on. Yeah, it was a good ball, and you know, at that point, you're right. If they'd have got another 20, 30 runs, I think it was.
Honestly, I think, especially on pitch 10, you know, it was a wee bit up and down on Sunday, and 190 and 40 overs would have been a big ask, especially with, you know, Big Ewan and Sam. Like, again, I'd have probably brought Ewan back.
Yeah.
I'd have brought Ewan back to see if he could have got a wicket. I don't know whether his back was giving him grief or whatever, but I'd have brought him back earlier.
No, I was talking to him on the boundary. He said he was coming. He was due back. I asked him if he was. He said, "No, I'm all right. I'm going to come back at some point." So.
Yeah, but look, good. It was good. Well done getting the final and stuff. Just, you know, got wrenched in the second defeat in 2 years in the plate final. Hopefully next year they can.
Yeah.
Third time lucky.
Third time lucky's right.
Great, you know.
So okay, I suppose we better go on to the Gallagher Challenge Cup final.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go through the scores, or do you want?
Yeah, let's not just. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind talking just about the whole week, the building up to the Friday.
Go on ahead.
Know, like our training sessions, all the old boys were down.
Yeah,
having a coffee and having a red wine, and just the whole buzz about the club.
Yeah,
you know, the excitement about the bus trip.
Yeah,
you know, Jonesy done a good job organising all that for us and getting the bus near enough filled. Jonesy, wasn't
it? Yeah, it wasn't far off it.
And by all, like, it was 50-seater, and I just the crowd, when I seen them all flooding into the ground when we were doing the toss and stuff, it was just amazing to see it. It was amazing to see it, and arguably that really did help us. And you know, the Muckamore crowd was unbelievable. And if people didn't get the bus, there was cars that went up, and boys that you haven't seen Brandon Lobb since he retired. I don't know, maybe Alan Quigley came over from England with his wee boy.
He hasn't changed a bit.
Hasn't changed a bit. Don't know. He must tell me some of his secrets, because
just hasn't changed, has
he? He hasn't not changed. And Dunner's the same. Dunner's hasn't changed a bit. But great to see boys like that. Andy Clement was down. You know, John Quinn, and just guys that played for the club years ago were there, and it was great to have them all down.
So it was a real big build up around.
Just the whole week, it was so exciting. You know, just the players were all excited to be. Obviously, the likes of Jason's, that was his 7th final. You know, so. But for the likes of ourselves, it was all our first senior cup final. You know, I've spent years watching it on a Friday, you know, and I've always dreamt of playing on one. So the excitement was unbelievable. We went up to Kingfisher and we had a super breakfast, and thanks to our sponsor Kingfisher for that, and Josh for organising it. And I really enjoyed that side of it. Glenn Martin, huge thanks to Glenn.
Oh yeah.
You know, Glenn went out of his way and got the school minibus for us and drove it all day. And he came back and had a good night with us, obviously. So big thanks to Glenn as well. But the whole day just was perfect, really. You know. So on to the match, you know, winning the toss, obviously, with the weather around. You know, it was good because the NCU, Paddy Grimes, and the umpires, and me and Neil Whitworth, the Lisburn captain, got together before the game, and we all agreed that there might be a wee bit of a bending in the rules.
Yeah.
To get the
game done.
Yes, but thankfully, you know, there wasn't probably as much rain as was forecast.
Oh, because I was always worried that we'd got a couple of hundred people down from the club and Lisbon.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big day, and then it's the washout, and then the reserve day was the next day, and then
You don't have your bus.
you don't have this. People
Yeah.
couldn't go. They'd booked time off work. It was going to be the different, guys playing cricket themselves on Saturday.
The Junior Cup final was Saturday, you
Yeah.
know, and other clubs are playing,
Yeah.
and
I
it just would have ruined it.
I wouldn't have been able to turn up till 3, because I've been work commitments
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we were kind of hoping. I know me and Jonesy had spoke about it, that we're kind of hoping that it was just going to get done and done, like on the Friday. So
No,
it
and
just
obviously winning the toss, you know, bowling first was a no-brainer, obviously, and that obviously helped us big time in the second innings when we were chasing 265, you know. So yeah, I think, you know, we've done well in the end because we've done well in stages. We've done well to restrict them, and then they probably ended up getting 30 too many at the end of the innings. So 265 was going to be a tough chase
we
for us.
started well. I mean, I think Vice, it seemed to be, I don't know what happened there. He was, again, like in cricket, you kind of want to watch someone who's decent back.
The guy's an absolute run machine, but thankfully in the 2 times we've played him, he hasn't got runs.
Just a nothing shot to you, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't know whether Satish maybe slowed it down a bit. So listen, that was a big bonus getting phase early. Wadey batted well, got 41. You know, Jonesy played quite a poor shot to Van der Merwe. Probably wanted to dominate him a wee bit. So it was a big bonus getting him for 18. Neil again. Satish bowled well to him. Mark Adair got 56. Getting him just after the rain break was a bonus. It was a poor ball from Hendo, but
I know.
And a great catch, big leggy out in the deep.
I thought Mark was going to go on and get a ton here. I mean, he looked just comfortable.
If he had stayed in, Mark's capable of getting a big ton as well, and taking the game totally away from us and getting him up to 300. So that was very important. Davy Miller threatened and got 22 off 13 quite quickly, obviously, and tried to reverse sweep Kurt, and thankfully got bowled, and again getting him for 22 was good. And then a few boys chipped in at the end. So 15 wide's quite disappointing. Half time you're going, look, if we start off well, we know there's rain due second innings. It was a bit of a toss of a coin job, we just didn't know when the rain would come, how much it would be. So if you just skip the next innings there, Jonesy.
But in fairness, I think everybody was looking for 2 teams, 50 overs each, hard at each other, for 100 overs. But we always knew that the rain was going to come. Everyone had the radars on their phone, and you knew it was kind of coming, didn't you?
Yeah. So again, look, we start off really well. I think the key with that bowling attack with Adair and Macbeth first up, is to make sure they don't get early wickets. Mark ended up going for 37 off 8, and that was great for us. Mark, again, obviously international test player, serious skills with the ball. So again, he could have ripped through us, and if you just go back up to so again 15 and 30, again Kylan, lovely 15, just scoop one.
Oh, he just nailed it, didn't he?
Right to him, didn't have to move, which isn't the first time this year, and we all laugh about it, obviously. But disappointing for Kylan, disappointing that he wasn't able to turn that into a big A again. Satish again out in the 30s, done a great job for us.
But they do. He does the job for you, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then Gleggy was super cool, no pressure, just went out, batted, put the bad ball away, rotated strike well with Ben. Him and Jay batted well together. Jay got out just straight after one of the rain breaks,
and you knew it was going to happen. You kind of knew that was going to happen.
You just knew it. But look, I think everyone on the ground at that stage is maybe thinking, "Flip here, Lisburn massive favourites now." But Ben again, 42 off 32 balls, outstanding, and they were so cool. Him and Mark were so cool. I don't think they would come off again for rain, and like Ben actually said, no, I want to win it the proper way. I want to, and I was going, I don't care what way we win this. I just want to bring that senior cup back
But
to Buckinghamshire.
their running between the wickets was spectacular.
It was
It's
awesome.
just almost ran them into the ground. Didn't they?
It was
It's
awesome.
and there was a few run out chances that you know they were
I have to give credit.
Yeah.
I have to give credit to the
Umpires?
umpires. Honestly, I thought the umpires, in a real tricky, difficult day with the weather and the pressure on them in a senior cup final, I thought Gareth Morrison and Simon Burrows
Brilliant.
were outstanding. You know, and I know Mark Adair put them under a bit of pressure with a couple of shouts, but you know, I just thought they were very, very, very good.
I mean, in that chase there, right at the death, there was what 2 or 3 run out chances that could have gone. You know, you wouldn't have been surprised if you'd seen them.
Yeah, well, we were right side on. There wasn't any of them out, but
no.
Sometimes direct hits as well. The umpire just automatically puts a finger up. So like and obviously just at the end when Ben hit Jonesy down the third or fine leg for the 4, I've never experienced that in cricket. In my cricketing career, like playing from as 8 years of age, I've never ever experienced that feeling. And just the joy of us, the players, and looking over and seeing the.
You say it's probably the highlight. Yeah,
it is. Well, without a doubt, with the pinnacle of my career, and it's, as I say, after it's just been like I'm so happy, but I'm just so. It's a strange feeling, you know. Can I ever eclipse that? You know, you can win the Premier League or you can win the Irish Cup, but that's the pinnacle of NCU cricket, as everyone knows, you know, and it's just incredible. It's still fully probably hasn't sunk in. I know probably if any of the big guns are watching this, they're going, flip me, Gill, it's only. But for someone that's played at Muckamore most of my life, and to see what it means to the older generation and stuff.
Well, we spoke about it before. You know, you started off the summer with 2 things that you wanted to make a fist of it in the Premier League, and you wanted to get to the Challenge Cup final, and you've ticked both those off. And to be honest with you, I thought there was, you know, I've spoken to you about this. I thought it's a big ask to get to the Challenge Cup.
Big ask, and it's such a tough draw. I know, like CI away first up. You know, it's not as if we had an easy passage. CI away, Civil Service at home, which was a good close game, and we came out. And it was another good spectacle for the crowd, and then obviously Woodvale at home in the semi-final. It doesn't get much tougher than that, you know. So we deserved to get to the final, and when we got there, arguably, I don't think there was any. Lisbon were very gracious in defeat. You know, the messages we've had, and you know, Trevor McEwen coming into the changing room, Dean Simpson shaking my hand, and their players, their captain. You know, there's not one of them have said that we didn't deserve it. You know,
no, you did deserve it. You know.
Yeah, so. Yeah, big thanks to them. They were very gracious. They sent the club a lovely email on the night of to say we deserved it and to enjoy our night and stuff. So very classy from Lisburn, and I expect nothing different from them.
Yeah,
you know.
Brilliant. Do you want to have a look at some of these photographs then, shall we? Talk through some of the moments. Hopefully bring it. No, this is what we did. We took some photographs after we got the cup back. And this is one of the friends of the club, Councillor Paul Dunlop, who's done a lot to help the club over the last year or so. He sort of helped a lot with us getting the facility, or getting facility made that we can use at Allen Park, because of not being able to use our background. So you know, thanks to him, he came to the final. And then he had to leave early, so we asked him to come down and have a look and get a picture taken with the trophy. So he said, well, we know Paul anyway, he's a good lad.
Yes.
He does what he can to help us.
Yep,
and
he's been great.
He's been great. So there he is with obviously Giller and Paul with the trophy. And then we're doing these around a sort of a funny old way here, but that's obviously you celebrating.
Yeah. Listen, that
the big
just
win.
With the amount of fans that we had, like we don't know many were there, but we had a serious support that day.
Well, that's what I like about that picture. There's you know, kids and players there. There's past chairmen there. There's supporters in that picture.
Yeah.
You know, there's players in the picture. I mean, it's a real sort of like club picture.
Honestly, and even the ones that weren't in it behind there, it's just. It was class, you know, when the presentation was happening, just to see that sea of Muckamore blue,
faces,
and like tears and joy, and it just was a cracking feeling for the players. Like.
So there's obviously Cleggy with
man of the match,
and deserved,
fully deserved, yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, there's
Ben
then-
wouldn't have been far off.
No, I was
getting
going
that
to say, I think that it's obviously Van der Merwe there
title. Mhm.
just before. Slow him down a bit, Jonesy. So there's Kylan. Again, upset that he didn't probably kick on a bit, but I was right behind deep square where he got caught, and he absolutely nailed it.
Didn't have to move.
Who was it caught him?
Josh Manley.
It's a tall guy. Anyone who was like a few inches shorter than him, it wouldn't have been anywhere near it. It was a disappointment, but there you go. That's the way it goes. I like this.
That's a great photo.
Yeah. So this is Kurt. He's just delighted that he's got Davy Miller.
Yeah.
The pressure was on Kurt. He's not a. It could have gone either way. A few bad balls and stuff like that. Do you know what Davy Miller's like? To take it to the cleaners.
Yeah, Davy's been batting well.
Yeah, and he's got him. So he was batting well at the time. I think it was like 20 odd.
20 odd off.
Not many.
Balls,
not many.
Yeah.
Again,
he bats for another 5-6 overs. He gets a 50, and again the score's bumped up. So a very important wicket that.
So that's the one. But there's another one I think that I've got. Oh no, it's not on there. There's Hendo.
Yeah.
Big Pav. He didn't get any wickets that day, but still, everyone played a part.
Yeah. Pounder bowled brilliantly.
Yeah.
Bowled brilliantly. 2 for 30 off 10 on
a
on a wicket that wasn't offering much spin or no spin.
Yeah, no,
just great control.
Did really well. Yeah. I think it's just actually called. It's just after you called fires, I think. Yeah?
Yes, I just thrown the ball up in celebration, and the Muckamore crowd were behind me there, going mad. So big, again, a very important wicket that there, getting fives early when he's dominated the run charts in NC for years.
I don't think you'd have had an easier catch this year, would you?
Oh, it was a dolly. If it had dropped that, I'd
give up.
Probably retired.
Yeah.
There he is. Big Satish boy.
Yeah, there's no stopping him.
Oh well.
Yeah, no, he did well.
Yeah, I think he's 3 for 40.
He got marked there in the end, didn't he?
Yes. No, it was Hendo.
Oh,
Hendo dropped one short and he pulled it out the leg.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I haven't had rhythm for the last 3 matches. I was going all great guns, and then.
Do you think that break? Maybe 10 days we didn't play a game.
Probably haven't been bowling enough in training as well. Yeah. Just a combination of things, but I think I went for 24 off 5. Just I struggle with my rhythm, and
I could tell by the fact I've took enough photographs for you to know that you're not right.
I'm a rhythm. Yeah. Well, we're all seamers are rhythm bowlers, but if it's not there, it's not there. But
so this is the mayor of Antrim and Newton Abbey, Neil Kelly. Again, is a great friend of ours at the club. He's he came at the start of the match, watched the first hour or so. It was great to see him there, wasn't it? When everyone knows Neil, he's
it was good to see with a load of councillors up. Paul was up, obviously. Paul Dunlop and Leah Smith was up.
Yeah.
And I think Trevor Clark was there as well. Yeah. So it was great. Great to see a range of the parties up watching.
So because obviously the mayor wasn't there to see you get the trophy, when we had the trophy here the next day, Trevor took it down to an event that Neil was at and showed him the trophy, and we got a chance to get a picture with it. And,
very good.
So and he's delighted, and I think you may have a bit of a reception coming up at the mayor's parlour. So he says,
that's great. That's great.
We'll move on, and there's obviously Neil and the chairman Trevor, and then the guy on the left is Chris Flynn, who's the centre director at the big shopping mall, the Junction.
The outlet? The Junction. The Junction, the outlets of Ambrose.
He is team sponsor, has been for 2 years now, and he's got another year to go.
Brilliant.
Very good to us.
He is indeed.
Supports most of the events that we have down here, and it was he couldn't come on the final day, so he was got
to see the trophy.
Got to see the trophy. He's delighted, and just I know Chris well, and he passed everyone's his congratulations on to everybody at the club.
There's a very, very merry Jude Keats.
Yes, with Dad.
It's safe to say Jude had a thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable day. And several bottles of beer. Yeah, and fair play to him. He was delighted.
Lovely family picture.
That's a great picture, isn't it?
Yeah. We Maddie loving life.
A happy haven.
Ivan is over the moon with that, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Almost nearly breaking into a smile there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good picture.
Yep.
They're all good pictures, Dave. It was great that
Well,
you captured some absolute crackers.
it's like everyone was wearing their kit, their tops down there. And,
yeah.
You know, you could tell who they were supporting without having to look too hard.
And there is a very merry past chairman, Fred Ashton. Well, I tell you what, he was a happy man.
He was very happy.
He enjoyed that, I tell you.
Yeah, no.
That's very happy president ever.
That's my favourite picture of the whole day. It just looks absolutely. If you wanted to sort of like show me someone who's delighted, that's the picture you'd like to show somebody. Could explain the word delighted.
Ivor was crying.
Yeah.
He was happy and
tears
of joy.
And he's got himself in there again.
Yeah.
Tom Oak.
There's a few tears in them eyes. I can see. Look. That's
he's almost so overwhelmed.
It must have been incredible for John. You know, John's obviously played in, I think John's played in 4 or 5 senior cups. Sorry, that was our 5th one we got to, and obviously had won the last one in '63. So for John to sit up and watch that, it must have just been. He must be just absolutely, well, in a way, is absolutely over the moon and emotional as well. You know, no one loves a club more than John McCormick. So. As I say, I said in the interviews with NCU, you know, it's to see scenes like that at the end for the fans and for the likes of John who have just put so much in the club, it just makes it all worthwhile.
Which is brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah. There's the boys there enjoying their moment. And Freddie in the background.
Yeah, you can probably skip to Sharp enough.
Yeah.
Stevie, our scorer, he's done a great job for us. The 12th and the 13th man, 2 youngsters.
Yeah.
Ian and Sam, Big U. Kurt has a beer. He got a beer before everyone else, and he didn't offer us one.
Well, you know,
that's Kurt for you.
Yeah, without doubt.
There's a big cheesy. It's good to see Sat smiling, boy. I tell you, he doesn't like the limelight, Satty.
No, he does not.
Jamie, Kurt.
He fractured his thumb, didn't he?
Yeah,
Jamie.
He did. He did. But I think he's doing nets for Marlena tonight. So
is he?
It's healed well. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Big hendo.
Turkish begging. The main man. The main man. What a good looking man that he is.
His
big Pav boy.
Yeah.
Like all great pictures, all great pictures.
The
nearly a smile from Luke.
Yeah, he sat with the pads on for a while, didn't he? And Pooh.
I think he was happy enough he didn't need that.
Leggy. That's a nice picture.
That's a great picture there. Yeah.
Yeah. Him and Dad there. Found him over.
Very good.
He's Benjamin.
Eminem.
Eminem, yeah. So yeah. I don't know about that, Jonesy. How was you feeling then, mate?
Over the moon.
Over the moon. Smiler doing a smiley thing.
Great. Good family pitch. The blue dyed blue hair. Look.
Is that the Van der Merwe 7 out of 7?
It is. Yeah.
Do you think that's what it is?
I think that's what they're referring to. The 7th.
I know. A great bunch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Theo
enjoying his first Challenge Cup final. There you go.
The Gill clan.
The Gill clan. There you go. The tea ladies.
The tea ladies.
Even got in on the action.
Absolutely. And why not?
Yeah.
Kennedy and Kurt.
Yeah.
Jenny Gill in the background. Loves Young Dream.
I know.
Jackie and Stevie. Yep, handling his missus. And there's more. That's a great pick as well, isn't it?
Yeah. That one I got drenched.
Yes.
So no thought about me whatsoever.
Yeah. Ruin your hair.
Yeah, it did. There you go. That's nice.
I like that one though.
Everyone got their iPhones. It's a fair old crowd.
Listen, it was.
Yeah.
They were our 12th man. There he is. That's him coming to hug his Uncle Neil. Look,
Big Judith.
He's coming to hug his Uncle Neil. Neeler, Uncle Neeler.
Very good. Hugs and kisses all around.
Listen,
Big Brian's happy.
Great pictures, like. They're just awesome.
There we go.
Stevie in for a big snog. That's when all the crowd then came
Yeah.
across the pitch and were hugging all the players, and
Yeah.
that was just incredible. Split me.
Those two boys were something else, weren't they?
No, they were cool as ice.
Yeah, very good. Oh, Leggy looks tired. There's a happy
Tell you what, that's
killer.
split me. I was looking over to the crowd and giving it Dixie, like. What a feeling. Jeez, look at that. I didn't even know you were beside it, Dave. I just was in a different world, boy.
No, I'm not surprised.
There's Stevie. Stevie came running out of the score hut and just slid in his ass, just as you do.
Oh,
Like.
yeah, power slide.
Maybe
You can see him in the back there, ground there, just coming out the
you
score
can see him. That's him, right? I'm just going to run and just fall on my ass here. Look at them scenes. Like, look at them scenes. Look at that.
There's that Leggy there, isn't it? I think. I'd got him a new shirt to play because he didn't have one with his name on the back. So I got him it, and he wouldn't wear it for the final because he hadn't worn it at all. So, yeah. Some place to play down there as well, isn't it? Yeah.
It's good when there's a crowd. Now it is when there's a crowd and the sponsor board's up from the test match added to it as well. Just looked like a proper.
I don't know what shape Sats is in there, but I know it went for 4.
It did. Everything behind the ball there from Kylan. Head over the ball, high elbow.
There's Kurt again. I think there's one. That's the one where he's actually got
on with it. Yep. You can see the ball. Man, look at that.
Oh, he's like a cat.
He is.
He is the cat.
Pavlo, that third man.
It's McGann before he broke his thumb. Yeah, they're great pictures, aren't they? It's just
the happy Derek McCaig.
Yeah, Delberto.
And Paul Steen, Davy Carmarth.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, there's Jonesy.
There he is.
Before Jonesy, the doctor, that's before you've had beer, I think, isn't it?
I think that was after a few.
Oh, was it?
He was merry. Yeah.
I think that kind of shows you what the day was like, really, off and on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just people sitting looking at rain and, stuff like that. Yeah, this Hendo again. Safe pair of old hands. There's Mark on his way to his, what he gets?
56, I think.
56, yeah.
Rachel,
everyone's having fun and laughter.
It's Raymond Wilson, one of our sponsors as well.
Yeah.
RJW Law. So, great to have him up.
I was presenting him with one of our books.
Very good. Have leaping in the action. On the nerve to Johnny Reid. That's me catching face.
Yep. That's big Sats again. Looking like he knows what he's doing.
Benny Craig again played in a few senior
cup finals. The reason why I wanted this picture is because the last cup final was in 72. So that he was the last captain, and you're the captain now. So you've got the 50 odd years. And
yeah, it was good to see Benny up. Unfortunately, he couldn't stay to the end. No. I know he's caring for his wife at the minute there, so he had to shoot off. But he's absolutely delighted as well.
Yeah, so it was good. So there we got
there's Davy Robb, another past chairman, Davy Robinson, and Nigel Simpson, who's our main sponsor, Orson Homes. I just want to actually touch on that. Nigel was incredibly kind, and I came into the club when we got back to the club, and the chairman Trevor told me that he donated £500 for us to enjoy behind the bar, and so we ordered £250 of Domino's pizzas for everybody in the club.
What was that? Give you 2 pizzas, did it?
That flipped me. I think it was 25 pizzas. And,
all right, okay.
Everyone got a good bit of grub, and with $250 behind the bar. So I've thanked Nigel personally, but again, thank you, Nigel, if you're watching. It was an incredible gesture, and I know he was delighted for us winning the Senior Cup as well.
Yeah,
his support's been invaluable.
Yeah, of course it has.
Yeah, without all our sponsors, the Junction, RJW Law, Sanja, Orson Homes. Listen, the list goes on. There's more than that. All our board sponsors. Yeah, without them, arguably couldn't have won the Senior Cup. So their support's invaluable.
There's John and Benny in the in there. And there was one that went past there. We've got the mayor was there as well. Obviously, we've touched on that already.
Trevor and Ivor, chairman and president.
Yeah, couldn't beat it.
Yeah,
that's one before. Well, it's obviously
just at the toss.
Yeah,
when the sun was beaten down.
I know it didn't look like it was. Well, it looks a bit of rain, but you thought you'd get that.
No, when we fielded, the first hour and a half was roasting. It was lovely.
Yeah, so, marks out of 10.
Oh, 10. 10. Honestly,
I just say 12 or
honestly, I just, it'll live long in the memory. Honestly, I'd love it to be the catalyst for us to go on and win more and be a part of more cup finals. That with the club, the whole club, and everyone in the club has got a taste for it now.
Yeah.
I want us to kick on as a club now. I don't want us just to think that's it.
No.
And
You've got to go.
I think everyone in the club, buys into that as well. And
You've just got to be into it, haven't you? Just get stuck into it.
Yeah.
My only disappointment the whole day was that it wasn't live streamed.
Yeah, I was gutted because we did get an email from the NC to say that there were a good chance it would be, and then whatever's happened, it wasn't, because it would have been nice to watch it back.
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff.
Guys in both teams that played well and did well, and in this day and age when it's easy thing to do.
Yeah, they've obviously got their reasons that they weren't able to do it, but I know like games that we play here, like the CI game, the 1 wicket win, and the Civil Service Senior Cup game. When I'm an old man sitting in the house with the grandkids, I'll be able to sit and watch it, and that's the joy of it.
I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying I'm just disappointed.
I think totally agree. We're all the same. It would have been really, really, really good to have the cameras capture some of the moments in the game, and even the crowd. You just see all the crowd. Yeah, that was a bit of a downside. And obviously, the score had technical difficulties, so there was a couple of wee things on the day that just. But listen.
Didn't take away anything.
Couldn't take away from winning the Senior Cup. And don't know if you have the video there, Jonesy, of us coming back into the club. You might want to stick it on there just to have a look at it. Cause
maybe turn the volume down just because
at the cup presentation. But this was us coming back in. Obviously, the 50-seater had arrived before us, and this was us about half an hour later and coming in. Like, you can't see the club's packed, like behind the camera and stuff.
I think you're on it, safe to say, the whole weekend, really, weren't
you? Yeah. No, you have to. 61 years, a long time, and you can't take. Definitely not. So yeah, look, with three league games left, David, I did say I don't want the season to turn into a damn squib. We've played the two arguably best sides in the league away from home, and we've got beat. So we've 2 home games with Cliftonville here on Saturday, North Down away next week, and then on the 7th with Lisburn at home. So listen, we just want to try and win as many of them as we can and finish as high up the table. But look,
well, we've done the club proud so far. I mean, I'm not saying take your foot off the accelerator, but it's just at the moment it's been right now. If you had to stop right now, it's arguably one of the best seasons that I've ever had involved with the club in 20 years. So
again, just to do it in our, I don't think I haven't touched on it here. I have before, but to do it in our 150th.
Oh year, even forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That is
even
just
more. Yeah,
it's near enough what dreams are made of.
Oh,
it is like what dreams are made of. It was. Yes, I said at the start of the year I want to get the Senior Cup final, especially in 150th year.
I was like, yeah, okay, killer.
And people maybe looked at me as if it's 4 heads, but to get to the final and then to go and win it. And yes, we did get rub of the green on certain things in the final.
That's what you need.
as I said in the newsletter with Johnny Morton, it just seemed to be written in the stars. It really, everything just clicked, and I don't know, there was inevitability about it in a way, and it's hard to explain, but there was just that calmness about the group.
Yeah.
You know, even the league games that we're winning, there's a real calmness about the group, and you know, winning's a habit, obviously, and I hope we don't now. We've lost 2 in a row, but so's losing. So, yeah, listen, it's just been incredible, and listen, we've obviously a couple of other events coming up. I know there's a couple of more events for the 150th year, and with our club dinner, we'll have the NC dinner. So it's not the end of the celebrating by any stretch of imagination, you know. So yeah, as I say, I'm just on top of the world. I still am, and I still will be for a long time. It's my best moment in cricket. I've
say World Cup.
Been to the World Cup in Sri Lanka, and it was an incredible experience. I've won the inaugural National Cup as captain of Muckamore in Dublin. That was an incredible day. I've won loads of Ulster Shields, Section 1 titles, T20 titles, but yeah, to win the pinnacle of NCU cricket, it's just honestly, and it's
I'm just pleased for you. I'm just pleased for the whole club, actually, just not just and you, because you called it. No matter however unlikely it sounded to myself and other people, you did it.
Yep, we did it, and you'll never be able to take that away from us, you know. And as I say, hopefully that's a springboard that can, you know, I always said staying up in Premier League was the first year is the hardest. You know, we've done it. Now we need to kick on. We need to progress. You know, year on year. You know, we need to make sure our seconds are strong. We need to make sure the whole club's strong. I know there's work to be done down the club. You know, there's always work to be done in such a big club like ours. You know, there's improvements to be made. So I think we've got a good team behind us, and hopefully now we can keep progressing as a club. You know,
there's obviously, and not forgetting about the highlight of the cricketing year at Muckamore is the George Goodman Sixes. Which tell us a bit about that, Jonesy, can you?
Yeah, they'll hopefully be on the 14th of September now. It was going to be on the 7th, but now the 1st of a game, so we pushed it back.
Sorry, Doctor.
You're all right.
Well, you know.
Sorry, mate.
Well, you know, I think that the Goodman Sixes are more important than any first team game. But there you go.
Well, I did try and accommodate the 7th, but it just didn't suit Lisburn. I was wanting this Sunday, but they're in the All Ireland, and good luck to Lisburn in the All Ireland T20 final. Hopefully they go and win it. As I say, great club, and
you'll be pleased to know that I've offered my umpiring, you know, for the George Goodman Sixes.
That's not good news, based on your previous performances. But look, you can only get better.
Look,
as long as you're consistent with both teams.
I know. Consistently crap.
Yes,
well, it's not that. It's I like to
scrutiny.
I don't like the person. I just give them out.
I know what you're like.
I like to sort of run the gut. You know,
yes.
I'm in charge. And that's
absolutely.
So, listen, anything else to talk about? The doctor? No, nothing. We're done. We're not going to switch off and then go. Oh, shit, we never. You done? Are you?
I'm done. I'm done.
You got busy tonight as well, haven't you?
Yes, I am indeed.
Right. Okay. We'll leave it there. Listen, thanks, Gilla. It's been, you know, it seems like ages ago now, but it was only a couple of weeks ago, wasn't
crazy.
It? But well done.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Brought a lot of smiles and happy faces and feel good and a buzz around the club. And it's just we were riding that top of the wave because of it. And long may it go on. And it was great. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers, Jonesy.
Thank you, Jonesy.